Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Coca-Cola, Ochsner Health, Tony's Seafood, Dow Chemical, Mandis Meat, Exxon Mobil, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to week one of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. We're here excited about the Southern University Jaguars 2021 season, and of course, we're happy that you're here with us. Of course, we want to talk to the new coach, Coach Jason Rollins, but before that, we want to let you know how you can catch the show so you can keep up with the Jaguars on the football field. So if we can show the folks the times that they can catch it. As you can see, it's going to be on Cox 4 and 1004. They call that Your View, and you can also catch it on Pelican Broadcasting a number of times a week. And of course, you can always catch it on our Jaguar Football Show YouTube channel and Facebook page. So you can catch the show at your leisure, and you can catch it about 7 times a week on TV. Coach Rollins, welcome to the Jaguar Nation. You're actually a second-year Southern University football coach. You came in last year to coach DBs, and Coach Odom's left and gave you an opportunity to step into a head job. 25-plus years experience as an assistant coach at some places like Tulane, my alma mater, Northwestern, University of Texas, San Antonio, your alma mater, McNeese. Coach, how was your first fall camp as head coach?
It was fun. We have a lot of guys that work hard. They know how to work. And very veteran team, so they made it really easy to come in because they knew the routine. So I would say overall it was very fun.
That's good. Well, Coach, on a personal note, we got to bring up your pretty wife, who I happen to grow up with, and your son, so we can show the folks your family. That's the Rollins family. That's his wife, Dana Goche Rollins. And what's your son's name, Coach?
Tyler.
Tyler. There you go. That is the Rollins family. We're happy they're here in Baton Rouge. Coach, before we get into the 21 outlook for your squad, I got to ask you, how are you and the staff and the athletic department dealing with the COVID-19 situation? A lot of people have in their mind that the pandemic is over. The pandemic is as bad as it's been. How are y'all dealing with keeping the players healthy?
Well, I'll tell you what, this started early, around, say, first or the second week in May. Our AD, Coach Banks, he came to us and he said, hey, look here, this pandemic is for real. We need to put these guys in front of people who are going to give them factual information so they can get this vaccine and make a good decision, informed decision about the vaccine. So we had several Zoom meetings with the parents and with our players and put different people in front of them that gave them facts. So at the end of May, we were about 95% vaccinated. The first week of June, we were 100% vaccinated because we know that COVID is real, and we're still taking those precautions as far as masking up within our meeting rooms and inside the buildings, even though we are 100% vaccinated, player and staff.
Beautiful. You know, Coach, you guys are coming off a historic first, a spring football season, and it was a good season. I think we were 5-1. Yeah. Probably should have played for the SWAC championship, if not a hiccup against UAPB. But, Coach, you bring back a lot of talent. You bring back pretty much the coaching staff intact. Talk to us about the expectations when you got that kind of talent coming back.
Well, whether or not, whatever you bring back, if the history of Southern, it doesn't really matter the year, but you'll never be picked lower than second in the conference. So that's the expectations every year, whether or not it's a veteran team or a young team. But fortunately, we have a veteran team coming back, so that makes it really smooth.
Coach, how do you feel we did on the recruiting trail this spring? Of course, you have a season, it ends, and then you got to hurry up and get on the recruiting trail. Or did you have to actually recruit during the season? How did all that work with, football and recruiting in the spring?
Well, to be honest, we signed everyone that we were going to sign in February. Okay. So we didn't actually have a season while we were able to do a lot of Zoom recruiting. because there was a dead period where no one was allowed on the campuses because of COVID. So you had to get innovative with recruiting. So we were able to in-home visit via Zoom, and we had a small signing class because everyone was coming back.
Well, Coach, got to ask you, is your team mentally and physically ready for the September 4th kickoff against Troy?
Yes, they are mentally and physically ready. Like I said, they have a veteran ball club that they've been through the battles and been through the wars.
All right, well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about fall camp and all things Southern University Jaguar football on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
Meet the Picks. You've known them, you've played them, and you've loved them. Get ready for a new arrival. Pick 5 is home. That's right! Now you can enjoy a new daily pick game. Pick 5 has even more exciting features than ever before, like front pair, back pair. Plus, you can win up to $50,000. Try Pick 5 today at a retailer near you.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
During times of trouble, hope keeps us calm, and courage keeps us strong. Here in Louisiana, we know this better than most. After all, we faced hardship, but hurricanes and floods never washed away what makes us strong. It's our culture, the spirit of resilience that says rise and rise up again. We'll make it through the tough times, we always do. And Blue Cross will always be here to support you.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach, jumping back into it, how has the fall camp gone? Want to know about the schemes that you want to run this year versus in the spring. As the head man, what's the schemes on O and D?
Well, speaking offensively, Coach Zach Grossi returns as our offensive coordinator, and we're going to build on what we started this past spring as far as being very multiple, changing the tempo, and trying to attack the perimeter as well as getting the ball down the field, but be very strong in the run game. So that's kind of our emphasis, and we're going to build on that.
Tell us a little bit about, Coach, the health of the team dealing with both this heat and actually a lot of rain in fall camp.
Well, we're fairly healthy in that sense. The part of the heat, now we can't avoid it. We're in South Louisiana, so you have to be very strategic in how you practice as far as working with your athletic training staff, giving more breaks than you would normally give. And the heat advisories, there are things in place from the NCAA that monitors heat as well as cold. So we're more on the heat end of it as far as how many minutes that you can practice, how long a break has to be, and how high the heat index has to be before you give breaks. So we've been working along with our trainers as far as taking care of those things.
Interesting. Didn't know that about the NCAA. All right, we're going to roll some video of Coach Zach Grossi, the offensive coordinator, and Coach Lionel Washington, the defensive coordinator, and they're going to tell you from their perspective what they plan to do on each side of the respective ball. All right, I'm here with Coach Lionel Washington, our defensive coordinator of the Jaguars. Coach Washington is the senior member of the staff. He's been around for a while, coaching at both the pro and the college level. But my first question for Coach Wash is, Coach, what is the difference in the players that you coached when you first got into coaching versus the players of today?
I don't think there's much difference. I think the kids now expect to do more, to want to do more. And I guess it was the same way during that time when I first started coaching also. So I think the most important thing, or the difference is, the guys are more athletic now, I think, and the guys have a lot more to play for in the sense that scholarships cost a lot more, school is a lot more expensive. So for its athletic ability, it's not much difference at all.
Okay. Well, Coach, you bring back a pretty talented and experienced defense. And, a couple of questions about your scheme. Are you planning to run a 4-3?
Oh, we basically are a 4-2-5 defense.
Okay.
And we are aggressive, we are solid, we are fast, we're going to play fast and play smart. I think that's the most important thing for us defensively.
How are you going to stop a pass-happy SWAC conference? They like to throw the ball in the SWAC, Coach.
Pass rushing coverage. Pass rushing coverage. We got guys that can rush the passer, and we got some young guys in the back in the secondary that does a great job of covering. So we need both parts of that defense to do well and play well, and I think we'll be able to handle that part of it.
Coach, you got a couple of great players. You got the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year in Jordan Lewis. You got an all-SWAC performer in Tamara Smith at cornerback. Talk about some of the other players that are going to make a difference on your defense.
Well, I don't want to slight anyone, but I think everybody's going to make a difference.
Okay.
Our entire defense, we're too deep, and I think anybody can come on and do a job as well as the guys starting. But our starters right now, they're doing a tremendous job thus far this fall, and hopefully we can continue to play well and practice hard. Our offense have given us everything we can handle, and I think that's going to make us better, have made us better, and hopefully we'll be doing the same for them.
Well, Coach, good luck on the defensive side of the ball, and let's bring home that championship.
Go Jags.
All right, go Jags. Coach. Now we're with. All right, thank you, Coach Washington. Do we have the Coach Grassi's interview? Okay. Coordinator, Coach Grassi put up a lot of points last year. I really enjoyed the brand of offense the Jaguars played this last year, and looking forward to more of the same this year. But got to ask the coach, since I got him, Coach, what is the plan for the Jaguars on offense this year?
Yeah, I think the plan is to build on what we did in those 5 games in the spring. Okay, we're able to have a real training camp this year with real in-person meetings, and we were with our players all summer. We're able to really coach, develop, get in the full install, the full package. I think in any sport, really, you're trying to maximize the skill sets of your players and get your best players the ball in ways that they can be successful. And that's really what the goal is for us, and that's as we spend our time, in the summer studying and just trying to put our best players in position to be successful and be creative in our approach. We always want to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on in offensive football. Things are changing and evolving every day in college football, so you try to stay on the cutting edge of that and get your best players the ball, and that's what we plan to do this fall.
Last question for you. Talking about Ladarius Skelton, really dynamic player. The real question from the street committee is, will we see him in multiple packages? The kid can run the ball, so will we see him in like a running back package? He can catch the ball, will we see him in a receiver package? He also played cornerback in high school and was a pretty good one. Will we see him in some defensive packages? Obviously, he's an athlete, and I know he's being looked at by some NFL teams. Quarterback probably won't be the position, but as an athlete, he could play a lot of positions. Do you think you guys will get a chance to use him in a slash manner this year?
Well, first and foremost, Ladarius has worked really hard this summer to develop as a passer, and I think that's going to show this fall.
Good.
He's healthy, he's worked hard, and it's a credit to him. He's throwing the ball better than I've ever seen him throw it. With that being said, he is a unique skill set. He has a unique skill set, and he's a very, very talented player. And like any of our players, if there's a package or a certain play or a certain way that we need to deploy our personnel to create the maximum advantage, and for our offense, absolutely we're going to do that. We'll hold nothing back, when it comes to getting creative and using our guys however we see fit. That's going to help us win the game. So. Yeah, absolutely. You may see Ladarius all over the place. Hopefully not at cornerback, though. I'm not a big fan of that. But you could see him line up at any position on offense for sure.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Coach. Good luck. Put up a lot of points. I think the ticket buyers like a lot of points.
No doubt, no doubt. We look forward to seeing Mumford packed out, and hopefully we can light that scoreboard up. Go Jags.
Go Jags. Thank you, Coach Grassi, and thank you, Coach Washington. Looking forward to both of you guys having some success this fall. Couldn't get success out. Coach, we're going to go to a break right now, but when we come back, we're going to look at our Fall Camp Players of the Week, the Jerry Lane Fall Camp Players of the Week when we come back. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
I think Southern gave me the tools to be successful in the future. Going through those courses really helped me and trained my brain to look at things from outside of the box and be more creative. After graduating from Southern, I started working at Dow. I've had great success, great experiences here, and I am a Dow employee through and through.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, each week in this segment, we're going to be bringing you the Players of the Week, the guys who are doing a great job on the football field on offense, defense, and special teams. Of course, we're talking about fall football camp. Coach, who are the Players of the Week for fall camp for the Jaguars on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, offensively, it's Jatari Carter. He did a great job of bringing everyone together, keeping that chemistry going on that offensive line. Defensively, is I would say Davin Cotton. You know, no one's going to go to work and work harder every day in and day out like Davin Cotton. And special teams, it will be Martell Fontenot. He does a great job of leading a very young group of specialists. So I would say those 3 are our offense and defense and special teams players of the week.
Well, there you have it. All right, Coach, we're going to jump right now into our interview that we had with Perry White and some of the players. If we can roll that tape. We had a chance to talk to some of the guys before the season began. I think they were having picture day, and so we actually caught them with their uniforms on. Can we roll this tape with Perry and
I'm here with
the
offensive lineman Jatari Carter. For you being the leader of this offense and being the leader on the offensive line, what has it been like to be named to the All-SWAC selection?
Oh, it's great, man. It's a team sport. I don't really look into the personal accolades, but it's just great to have, to be recognized and stuff. So it's a great feeling.
You talk about team sport. What have you guys been working on this offseason in terms of bringing that camaraderie to this team to push for a SWAC championship berth?
Oh, we just been being very positive at practice, man. Building each other up. It's never offense versus defense because we one team. So whenever the defense do good, we cheer the defense on. Even though they probably intercepted the ball or got a sack, we cheer them on because it's one team. We the Jags.
And what has your off-season workout been like? I see you a big guy making me look small here. What has the workout for you this off-season been like?
Shout out to Coach Emma. We been grinding, man. Shout out to the strength coach. He's a great strength coach, Larry Emma, man. He's the best. He's the best in the business.
I'm here with Southern University defensive end Jordan Lewis. You were named out of the spring not only the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, but the FCS Defensive Player of the Year. What has all that hard work done in order for it to pay off to be named that accolade?
I mean, you see what they named me, so it really paid off a lot. Just knowing that my name out there, so I'm getting a lot of exposure and stuff like that. But I'm not finished. I always had one goal, and it's to get a championship. So
you talk about working towards a championship. What has it been like this offseason with you and this defense and you being the leader in order to get these guys prepared for the season?
It's been good. We've been bonding. Getting a better bond as a team. Coming together. We got a new defense, but we working, we competing every day to get where we at. So I feel like once the season starts, we'll be ready to go.
Talk about that new defense a little bit. What has that been like as you've been transitioning with that?
It's different, but at the same time, it's football. So you got to know your plays. You got to know what you're doing. You got to do your 111, your job. So no matter what the defense is, if it changes or not, you just got to still do your job.
Todd, I'm here with Southern University starting quarterback Ladarius Skelton. He has led his team all 3 years since he's been at Southern. For you, coming out of the spring, taking your team with that one loss to Pine Bluff, but getting that big win in the Bayou Classic for your third straight MVP, what has this offseason been like for you?
And the offseason has been great. It's really been details for me so I can work on my passing, escalate through the air. I've been working on my footwork, so I'll be looking for some great things this year.
And now with Coach Rollins naming you QB1, what has it been like with you in terms of getting your leadership skills up and leading this team through this fall 2021 season?
Just showing the guys how to move on and off the field. I'm just showing them how to. I'm not speaking verbally too much. I'm just showing them more than I can tell them, because I believe that if you show more than you tell someone, they'll really follow you after your actions.
After having a full spring on the offensive coordinator, Zach Grossi, what has it been like now with this offense and you being able to be under his tutelage and you heading to this fall?
It's letting us grow as a whole, because he's giving us a little more freedom. He's giving us a little more time in the room and actually detailing things that he wants us to know. And it's really clicking to us, so we're actually just grasping it and taking it to the field.
I'm here with cornerback Tamara Smith. You guys had a heck of a spring, but for you, you've been doing some things with experimenting with different positions. Talk about that and what you're doing with this defense here in the fall.
Making the transition from cornerback to Sam, it's been a journey, because I had to get stronger, had to get faster, had to learn more calls to get the defense lined up. Just more of a mental role for me to get back into it, to get to a Sam position.
Now, you've been named to the All-SWAC selection. What has that been like for you now, being a leader of this defense, being a leader in this conference, in terms of getting these guys ready to play each and every Saturday?
I just use it as motivation, because at the end of the day, if the whole team not together, then that accolade don't mean nothing. It's all about the team, and we trying to get it to where we have multiple guys and mostly everybody on our defense on our SWAC level. And it start with discipline, and it start from a mental aspect again, the little things right, and again the little things again, know what to eat, know what to drink, and it's just the little things and discipline.
Now I gotta ask you, what's your secret to intercepting the ball? You had all these interceptions. What's your secret to intercepting the ball, man?
Man, the secret just work and study. You know the film, you trust it, confidence, and you just gotta be confident in what you see, trust it, and go get it.
Another All-SWAC selection, Todd. Back to you.
Thanks, Perry, and thanks, guys. We appreciate the interviews. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to our first game of the 2021 season against Troy Trojans. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
When morning came to Louisiana, we were hopeful, not hibernating. We were mending fences, feeding neighbors, and holding our kids. When morning came to Louisiana, we were wide awake, planting seeds for next year's crops. We were stronger, ready for what's next. And together, as we build anew, Blue Cross stands ready to support you.
Meet the Picks. You've known them, you've played them, and you've loved them. Get ready for a new arrival. Pick 5 is home. That's right! Now you can enjoy a new daily pick game. Pick 5 has even more exciting features than ever before, like front pair, back pair. Plus, you can win up to $50,000. Try Pick 5 today at a retailer near you.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Coach, we pushing time. First show, a lot of interviews. Tell us what you think about Troy.
Well, we're expecting a very, very formidable opponent in Troy. Very good explosive offense, very good defense, returning 17 starters from a 5-6 team.
Okay. Well, there you have it from the coach. Of course, you can catch the show about 7 times a week on TV. You can always catch it at your leisure on our YouTube channel and our Facebook link, the Jaguar Football Show. And so, of course, next week we'll have some highlighted action from the Troy game, from our very first game, and we'll talk about our first home game against Miles College. So catch us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach, we got to get it. Go Jags.
Go Jags.
All right.